let's talk, because there's a couple people in here wanting to kind of inquire about pitching. Were there, while you were listening, I have a couple of things myself that were really helpful for me, but while while we're on the topic, are there any resources that were really valuable to you in, or people that you studied, or pitchers that you studied to kind of help you in that process on your first roundabout?
So I think starting with the bulleted list, bolding the most important things, cutting half of it down, writing a first draft of a deck or a doc, cutting that in half. I think that all sort of came to me naturally I because I did have that empathy for the people who were in the room. I really wanted to make it easy for them to get excited. The other side of a pitch is providing evidence that the concept will be impactful or successful. And that's a lot of market research and projections and just kind of a lot of faking it till you make it. A lot of providing evidence, whether it's super well founded or not. And that did not come easily to me. I don't think that comes automatically to very many people. You have to learn that you only know that by already knowing that. And so the way I figured that out was looking at other pitch decks that we were able to get through whatever means necessary back in the TextPlus days. Stuff that we got from we were backed by Kleiner Perkins. I think we probably got access to some of their pitch decks that they'd received. And then, like I said, my partners who I was launching this with, in particular the one guy I kind of put this together with, had been running tech companies for a while and had done a lot of pitching. And he was able to help. I learned a lot about how to describe the possible success of a concept from those guys, from the people around me. Now, I wish I had I'm looking at my monitor. I wish I had some tabs I could pull up and talk about great resources that I've used for putting that together. But honestly, come across successful pitch decks wherever you can. Take a look at the metrics they're using and how they're using them. And is the story around that metric or those metrics interesting to you as a human being? And figure out whether you can tell a similar story in a similar way. That's what I would do. That's what I would do if I had to go back to pitching right now. And then you touched on YouTube, and YouTube is what I did at Google for all those years. And I watch hours of YouTube. I watch YouTube every day. Almost everything I've learned in the last 10, 15 years, I learned on YouTube. So if you need to put together a slide deck, watch some YouTube. If you need to put together almost anything, YouTube's a great. There's a lot of signal to noise problems, but I find it's not that hard to separate the wheat from the chaff and find the good stuff. And YouTube is a great resource. I go to YouTube before I go to Skillshare or anything like that. Every time.